Leto was in trouble. She was pregnant, not just pregnant, but carrying the children of Zeus. The weight of her unborn children was not just physical, but also emotional, knowing the divine lineage they carried. Zeus, the king of the gods, was a notorious philanderer. His numerous affairs often brought trouble to those he loved. Hera, his wife, was jealous and vengeful. Hera cursed Leto. She was relentless in her pursuit, determined to make Leto suffer for Zeus's infidelity. She forbade her from giving birth on any land that touched the sun. Leto wandered, desperate. Every step she took was filled with pain and uncertainty. She searched for a place to rest, to give birth. The journey was long and arduous, with no end in sight. Hera's wrath followed her everywhere. The skies darkened wherever she went, a constant reminder of the goddess's anger. The other gods were afraid of Hera. They whispered amongst themselves, but none dared to openly defy her. They dared not help Leto. Their fear of Hera's retribution was too great. She was alone, pregnant and hunted. Every shadow seemed to hide a new threat, every sound a potential danger. Her plight was a testament to the cruelty of the gods. She questioned why she had to suffer so much for the actions of another. Leto knew she had to find a safe place, a sanctuary where she could finally rest and bring her children into the world. A place hidden from Hera's wrath, a place where the sun's rays could touch her without fear, a place where her children could be born. In that hidden sanctuary, Leto finally found peace, and her children, Apollo and Artemis, were born safely away from Hera's vengeance. Leto stumbled upon an island. It was small, rocky, and buffeted by the waves. This was Ortygia, an island shrouded in mist. It floated on the sea, untethered to the earth. Hera, in her fury, had overlooked this detail. Ortygia, unattached to the land, offered a loophole. Leto, with her last ounce of strength, reached the shore. The island welcomed her. It was a place of wild beauty, untouched by Hera's anger. Here Leto could finally rest. Ortygia offered a glimmer of hope in Leto's darkest hour. It was a sanctuary, a place where she could prepare for the birth of her children. Childbirth was long and arduous. Hera's curse delayed the birth. Leto suffered terribly. Her cries echoed across the lonely island. First Artemis was born. Strong and independent, she was a goddess of the hunt. As soon as she was able, Artemis helped her mother. Then came Apollo. He emerged into the world radiant and golden. Even as a newborn, his power was evident. He was the god of light and music. The island rejoiced. The birth of Apollo and Artemis brought light and life to Ortygia. The island was no longer a barren rock. Zeus watched over Leto and his children. He admired Leto's strength. He was proud of his children. He decided to act. With a wave of his hand, he secured Ortygia to the seabed. No longer would it be a floating island. It became a fixed point in the Aegean Sea. He renamed the island Delos, a word meaning to reveal or to make clear. It was a fitting tribute to the light that Apollo brought into the world. Delos flourished. It became a sacred island, a place of pilgrimage. Temples were built to honor Apollo and Artemis. Section 5. Gifts of the Gods. Zeus bestowed gifts upon his son. He gave Apollo a golden bow and a quiver of silver arrows. These were symbols of Apollo's power. He gave him a chariot drawn by swans. This allowed Apollo to travel across the sky, bringing light to the world. He became the god of the sun. Hera remained hostile. She sent the serpent Python to hunt Leto and her children. Python was a monstrous creature, feared by all. Apollo, young but brave, faced the serpent. With his bow and arrows, he slew the beast. He proved his strength and courage. Section 6. The Serpent Slayer. In the annals of Greek mythology, few tales are as compelling as that of Apollo, the Serpent Slayer. This chapter delves into the legendary battle and its far-reaching consequences. Apollo's victory over Python was a momentous event. The serpent, a monstrous creature born of the earth, had long terrorized the land and its people. By defeating Python, Apollo solidified his status as a powerful god. His strength and bravery were now unquestionable, earning him reverence and respect among both mortals and deities. He was a protector, a slayer of monsters. His role extended beyond mere combat. He was seen as a guardian of order and a beacon of hope in a world fraught with chaos. But the slaying of Python had consequences. The death of such a significant creature could not go unnoticed or unpunished. Gaia, the earth, mourned the death of her child. Python was not just a beast, but a part of the natural order, and its demise brought sorrow to the Earth Mother. To appease her, Zeus decreed a purification ritual. This was not merely a formality, but a necessary act to restore balance and harmony. Apollo was to travel to the Vale of Tempe. This sacred valley was known for its purifying waters and was the chosen site for the ritual. There, he would cleanse himself of the serpent's blood. The act of purification was symbolic, representing the washing away of guilt and the restoration of purity. Only then could he be fully accepted by the gods. The ritual was a crucial step in reaffirming his place among the divine. This journey was a test. It was not just about physical travel, but also a spiritual and emotional quest. It was a rite of passage for the young god. Through this ordeal, Apollo would prove his worthiness and dedication to his divine duties. Apollo, eager to prove himself, readily accepted the challenge. His determination and courage were unwavering, setting the stage for his future exploits and solidifying his legacy as one of the most revered gods in Greek mythology. Section 7. Journey to the North. This is the tale of Apollo's quest for enlightenment and wisdom, a journey that would take him to the fabled land of the Hyperboreans. After his purification, Apollo yearned for wisdom. He sought knowledge that transcended the mortal realm, wisdom that could only be found in the most mystical of places. He had heard tales of the Hyperboreans, a mythical people who lived in a land of perpetual sunshine. This land was said to be untouched by the harshness of winter, a place where the sun never set. The Hyperboreans were said to be favored by the gods. They were blessed with eternal youth and happiness, their lives a testament to the favor of the divine. They lived in peace and harmony, their lives free from pain and suffering. In this utopia, there was no war, no disease, only the purest form of existence. Apollo was drawn to their wisdom. He believed that the Hyperboreans held the secrets to the universe, knowledge that could elevate his understanding of the cosmos. He journeyed north, guided by the whispers of the wind. The wind carried with it the voices of the ancients, urging him forward on his quest. He crossed mountains and valleys, his chariot pulled by his faithful swans. These swans, symbols of grace and beauty, were his constant companions on this arduous journey. Finally, he reached the land of the Hyperboreans. It was a moment of triumph, a culmination of his relentless pursuit of wisdom. It was a paradise, a land of beauty and enlightenment. The air was filled with the scent of blooming flowers, and the skies were painted in hues of gold and pink. Apollo was welcomed with open arms. The Hyperboreans, recognizing his divine nature, embraced him as one of their own, ready to share their ancient wisdom. Section 8. The Return of the Light. Apollo spent a year with the Hyperboreans. He learned their customs, their philosophy, their secrets of music and poetry. He grew in wisdom and stature, but the time came for him to return. The world needed the sun god. Winter was approaching and the days were growing shorter. The Hyperboreans gifted Apollo a chariot pulled by griffins. These majestic creatures would carry him swiftly across the sky. Apollo bid farewell to the Hyperboreans. He promised to return one day. Then he soared into the sky, bringing light and warmth back to the world. Section 9. The journey continues. Apollo's adventures were far from over. He would face many more challenges, love and loss, triumphs and tragedies. He would become one of the most beloved and revered of all the Olympian gods. His story, like his light, would continue to shine through the ages. He would inspire poets, musicians, and artists. He would embody the ideals of reason, harmony, and the pursuit of knowledge. The story will continue in the following videos. Stay tuned.